Good day, everyone. Sabah khair. Welcome to my channel. We are going to be doing a Lenormand tarot forecast for the week of November 28th to December 4th, 2022. And we are going to do that by each sign. I'm going to go into each of them right away. And we're gonna start with the Egyptian Lenormand and give you an overall card with the Egyptian gods. Okay, so I invite everyone to ground down as we prepare the deck and channel the energy of all those watching. May you receive guidance and direction that serves your highest good. For all those watching, all signs, from your ancestors and spirit guides that serve your highest good, please answer this in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Starting off with Aries, the sign of Aries, beginning the zodiac, the sign of Aries. Aries, your cards are popping out here. Okay, so for Aries, 5-card spread for the week of November 28th. Okay, let's get you an oracle card here. Okay, Egyptian gods. Who is the Egyptian god for the week for the sign of Aries? The Egyptian god for November 28th to November 4th, November 28th to November 4th for the sign of Aries. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Egyptian god. Okay, all right. So Aries, here we have the obelisk, which is the mountain. So that represents feeling stuck or stagnant. Okay. Then we have the garden. The garden is going to represent a social scene, event, or group of people. Okay, then we have the anchor. So the anchor represents grounding down. It can represent a temporary period of time or transition. Then we have the sacred cow or the bear. So traditionally the bear would represent something major happening, but in this card, the cow is sacred. So it represents good luck, like a massive good luck or fortune. Okay. Then we have the jet pillar. The jet pillar is going to represent the cross. So it's sacrifices, responsibilities, burdens that we bear. Okay. Okay, Aries, so for the week between November 28th and December 4th, so it feels like you're starting off the week with some sort of, it's not necessarily an obstacle the way the obelisk would make it seem, but I do pick up some nervous energy, right, about nervous energy, tension, not knowing what to do really about a group of people that you're connected to. So I'm getting two different messages for Aries, right? So there could be a group of people that you're connected to in terms of like a friendship group. It's more than one person. It's possible that you could be meeting up with this group this week, and maybe there are some overarching tensions, right, in this group of people. I don't know if you're having like a falling out or disagreements with this garden, this social scene, or if you are starting something, maybe you're starting to enter into a new group, you're starting to go out a bit more, you can have some tension about going out a bit more and meeting new people, meeting new kinds of people. Alternatively, you can have an event planned. Okay, so if you have an event planned this week, you could be, and I picked up that nervous energy, a bit nervous about starting this event, like what the event is going to look like. Okay. I do think that if you're starting something new, right, if you're connecting to a new group of people, or if you have an event plan, maybe you're the one organizing the plan. You know, Aries being cardinal, you do initiate things. So if you're the one planning the event, I do feel like the event is going to bring a lot of good fortune your way, but it comes with a lot of work, okay? So here with the anchor, before you start feeling like you're making progress, or before you start feeling connected to this group of people, there's going to be a period of time. Think of like the Wheel of Fortune in tarot. There's going to be a period of time before results happen. There are going to be multiple opportunities that come from this event. I just want to see the cards that are underneath. Okay, yeah, there's going to be multiple opportunities that come from this event. You are going to have to work a bit hard this week, either to make friends, to get this event to happen. You're going to have to work a little bit hard. I think that's what this bear represents. It's like representing a level of sacrifice. I feel like these are big name people, okay? This is not just making friends. This is like meeting like really big people with big personalities. Right, that could also be represented by that bear or the sacred cow, right? People with big personalities, or people who make a lot of money. People are just very successful. So it feels like you're having a gathering with these successful people. Maybe you're the one in charge. You're organizing things, or you can just be organizing your friends to meet. These are all like really successful people to meet this week. And you know, there are opportunities that come from this event because of who shows up, right? Like very like large personalities, successful. They're like the talented 10th, right? Thinking of W.E.B. Du Bois, like the talented 10th. It's like people who think very different from others. And you're going to have to make some sacrifices this week in order for this gathering to go over well. Or there could be like opportunities presented that you'll need to have a bit of diligence to take up the opportunities that come from this event or this meeting. Okay, so your Egyptian god for the week is Mut. It says being ordinary. Okay, and we know Aries is anything but ordinary, so it's very interesting that Mut comes up for you today. Let's see what Mut has to say. Okay, being ordinary. Her name means mother. She is depicted as a woman wearing a golden headdress and the likeness of a vulture. Mut is the mother of all things and is associated with the primordial waters of the god Nun, from whom everything in the world was born. Cardinal. Okay, she symbolizes permanent creation. She establishes the conservation of things. Mut will offer you her necessary presence if you put your whole heart into working to give benefit and advantage to your home and your family. You will only facilitate the production and increase of wealth, especially material goods, by maintaining respectful and regular behavior on a daily basis through enthusiasm and dedication. Okay, so Mut coming up here in alignment with this line for the week. I do feel like you are preparing yourself for a large abundance, maybe even wealth, or you're trying to build something for yourself, your family, or your friends. Maybe you're trying to build a network of some sort. You're starting something very major, and it's going to need some consistency in order for the plans to follow through in the ways that you envision. Okay, so that is Aries. Now, moving on to the sign of Taurus. Taurus, this is your message for the week of November 28th to December 4th, 2022 from your ancestors and spirit guides that serve your highest good. Ashe. Let's get your Egyptian god for the week. Taurus, Egyptian god for November 28th to December 4th. Please answer any questions in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Okay. Okay. So, 5-card reading. Taurus. Let's see. Okay, Taurus, here we have the ring. The ring represents commitment. It can also represent relationships. Okay, that's followed by the stars for hope, ambition, and good fortune. Dreams coming true, right? Then we have the birds for peaceful communication, direct communication, as direct as it can possibly get. The tree represents long-term connections, family, anything that you have roots planted in. And then we have the sacred cow or the bear, right? So this is going to represent something major happening. It could also represent a very big stroke of good luck, okay? So the ring and the stars, I do feel like this is represented to relationships for Taurus. I do feel like your relationships are going to be moving quite, they're going to be advancing this week. For some of you, if you've been hoping to advance your relationship in terms of getting engaged or getting married, you could have an offer or proposal this week. Okay. For others of you, for Taurus who are single, I feel like you've been desiring relationships more, like you're very clear about what it is that you want from a relationship, the kind of relationship that you want, and you've been putting the energy out there in the universe, and you're going to be meeting someone. There could be a date with some very a potential partner. The date really being represented by the birds. There could be a date here, like an important date, important meeting with someone that really matches your intentions, like what you really like want to see happen for a partner or in partnership, okay? I do feel like whatever relationship that you're entering in now, that you're manifesting, or if it's a relationship that you're already in, it is going to last a long time, okay? So I see you starting a family with this person. I know that's like a lot of pressure, especially if you are single, right? And you're like meeting someone this week, you're like having a first date, and I'm like, yeah, but this is about to be someone that could really be in your future, like your long-term future. But you know, the thing about Taurus, I feel like Taurus wants stability and security, and you like the idea of like having family, you like the idea of that secure base. So maybe that could be helpful, because I do feel like whoever you're having a date with this week, there's a lot of potential here. You know, the sacred cow, the sacred cow is actually a symbol of Het Heru, right? So that's like the goddess of love and the goddess of fertility. And so maybe she's here with you in your connection right now, or you're just channeling a lot of Venus energy in your life, okay? If you, and this is another message that I'm getting, if you've been somewhat unclear about the direction of your relationship, like let's say, you know, you're in a committed relationship and you want more, and you're unclear about whether or not that relationship is going to actually give you what you want, there you are going to have like maybe a date or a conversation with your partner this week that will prove to be very like important and enlightening about the long-term future. I do see that the partner that you're with right now can be in your life for a long time, okay? Your Egyptian god for the week is Setet. Setet for fruitfulness, okay? Let's see. Satet, Satet, Satet. Satet. It's a female deity. Fruitfulness. She is depicted as a woman with the crown of Upper Egypt with 2 gazelle horns on top. Her name derives from she who pours, okay, which symbolizes the floods of the river Nile, or she who runs like an arrow, that is the current of the flowing river. In fact, she represents natural forces and phenomena. As goddess of fertility, she could signal to you the successful start of a new project or a new job. If you are in search of love, Satet can help you and answer your wishes. If you are already in a relationship, she can bring you stability or even marriage because she protects new projects. Ashe, Satet, come through with the confirmation. I was getting like fertility. Okay, I do see what she's saying about the possibility of work when I look at the second line. Underneath the ring is the fish card, which represents money. Okay, so the fish card was right underneath that. So it's a possibility that you're starting a new job this week. Okay, but the first thing that I saw was relationships, especially because the ring started this line. So November 28th to December 4th is big for, first dates, advancing your relationship, okay? All right, moving on to the next sign. We are getting into the sign of Gemini. Gemini for the week of December 28th to December 4th. What are the messages and guidance for the sign of Gemini? Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Let's get your Egyptian god for the week. Which Egyptian god guides Gemini for November 28th? December 4th, 2022. Which Egyptian god? Ooh. Okay, Gemini. Egyptian god guides Gemini. November 28th to December 4th. Answer this question in the Most High. Ashe. Okay, I really like this Egyptian god. Okay. It's 5-card spread. Gemini. December 28th to November 28th to December 4th. Okay. First, we're starting off with the key. The key represents new beginnings. Okay, these are beginnings that are physically manifested. Then we have the crook and flail. The crook and flail represents conflict. This is the whip, okay? The mice represents irritations and annoyances. The clouds represents worry or circulating thoughts. And the sarcophagus or the coffin represents endings and transitions, okay? All right, Gemini, this week, you are going to have to be mindful of disagreements, okay? With the key, I feel sort of like the disagreements are coming out of nowhere. Yeah, if you have been hiding your thoughts, okay, if you have been maybe compartmentalizing, like thoughts or, disagreements that you're having with someone, I feel like this is someone in particular. This is a week where you're not really going to be able to like keep your thoughts that private or hide your thoughts. I do feel like, some of the things that you have been compartmentalizing will come out. Okay, but the key starting the line means that the disagreements are going to open up a new perspective for you and may actually even be relieving, okay? Here with the mice, yeah, I think that getting into the disagreement, something about it says that you handle this disagreement in a calm manner, right? Like maybe you're maturely disagreeing. So this is not just, I do feel like you're maturely disagreeing with people. Okay. Sorry, just really getting into what the messages mean. Okay, so, you know, there are things that this person is going to say. So you might have a vision of how you want to approach this disagreement, okay, how you want to resolve disputes. Maybe there could even be a chance for reconciliation, and you have this vision of how you want that to go. I do think that with the mice followed by the clouds card, it's possible that this person says things that you're not expecting. It's not going to necessarily go according to plan, which, you know, that happens. Like sometimes you like can plan for a disagreement. You can plan how you're going to disagree. You can show up as your best self and communicate in the best ways possible. But then people, you know, you never know the results, really. I am seeing that based on this person's responses, you could be ready to let go of this situation. Okay, with the sarcophagus means endings. So you could have compartmentalized for so long, right? Like you've been keeping maybe this connection, whatever type of connection it is, you could have been keeping this together for so long, but now it's like the time to really express yourself. I don't know if things are like moving forward in your life, you have like different plans, but yeah, I do feel like you will be moving forward if this person is not like forthcoming, okay? This connection could be coming to an end, and maybe, you know, that scenario that you're preparing for, like in terms of how you communicate, I think it's, you know, also you're preparing for an ending to this. Like you want an ending to, I don't know, something about this feels a little bit dramatic, but it's not a huge drama. It's just like the nuances in communication and intention. Like you could be ready to let that go. Okay, now your oracle card, your Egyptian god for this week is Happy. Okay, Happy is also a Native American god too, so that's why like I'm always excited to see him. Let's see what Happy has to say for you. Happy is here for renewal. He represents the liquid and turbulent element, water. He symbolizes the fertility of the land, the abundance of crops, and life renewed by the annual flood of the river Nile, which brings fauna and vegetation. The lord of fish, birds, and swamps. Happy is portrayed as a man with a large belly, okay, and large female breast, a symbol of fertility. Follow the divine light along the direction of passions. It is time to fully experience everything the world has to offer you. Go with the flow and live more intensely. Happy heralds a renewal, a new life, and new paths to go down. You could acquire imminent fortune in the fields of trade. Okay, so connecting Happy to the rest of the cards, there could be a group of you, right, who want to venture down something new that people don't necessarily understand, okay? But I do feel like with the crook and flail, you are going to be very much invested in what you have planned for yourself, and maybe I feel like you're also planning out how you're going to communicate this new path with people. You're planning it out. And essentially, you are going to go in very focused on what it is that you see here. Now, while you might not find the support, like the emotional support that you're seeking, I do feel like you're ready to let go of any naysayers, and you're ready to start this new venture and reach completion, right? Like you're willing to not give up on what it is that you truly want. Okay, all right, so that was Gemini. Okay, let's see. I think that I'm going out of order here, But I want to now move into the sign of Cancer. Cancer. Guidance and direction for November 28th to December 4th. November 28th to December 4th for the sign of Cancer. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Guidance and direction from Egyptian gods that serve the highest good of Cancer. Egyptian gods, this November 28th to December 4th. Please give guidance and direction in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Sign of Cancer. Okay. All right, Cancer. 5-card spread, November 28th. November 28th to December 4th, sign of Cancer. Okay, again, similar to Gemini, we're starting off with the ring. The ring represents, similar to previous sign. Okay, we're starting off with the ring. The ring represents commitment. It can also represent relationships. We have the crook and flail. This can represent conflict or disagreements. Then we have the key. The key is going to represent a new beginning. The goddess represents a person of significance. This is a woman of significance here. And then we have the crossroads, which represents being at a crossroads and needing to make a decision. Okay, so Cancer. Okay. All right, Cancer. So I do see that you are maybe in a bit of relationship conflict here. Okay. I'm not getting that this is about like money at all. Let's see. Yeah, no, it feels like conflict in your relationship with women. So even if you are a woman, this could be about conflict in your relationship with women and how you resolve conflict. Okay. Right, these are women that you actually really care about. Okay. Maybe they're quite close to you. Okay, with that commitment followed by the whip. You've worked on these connections. You love these people. You're committed to like working things out with these people, and it's saying that there's a bit of conflict. But the conflict, I don't know. I feel like the women in your life could want you to do something either for them. I feel like this is about a favor, an ask. They could be requesting something emotional from you. Okay. And maybe, so it's not like a huge conflict. It just puts you in a position of uncertainty. Like you may not necessarily agree, or there could be like differing values here. And you may not necessarily agree with what's being asked. And so there is this conflict here. Or maybe this is an ask from someone, a woman, it says a woman in particular, that there's been tension in your connection with them. Okay. And now they're like asking you for a favor. Okay. This is a strong woman. They might be older. Okay, they might be a little bit older than you. They're mature. They have a lot of wisdom built up with that goddess energy. Okay, maybe this is a maternal figure, and you have to make a decision on whether or not you can do this favor for them. If it's not a maternal figure, this is a person with a strong disposition. They're very strong in character, very strong personality. Okay, and you're making a decision on whether or not you can truly help them. I don't know if this is a favor, an ask, or they're requesting something emotional from you. Maybe they want more. They want more of your time, more of your energy. Okay. Let us look at Hansu. Okay, so your Egyptian god for the week is Hansu for heritage, Hansu. Okay, let's look up what Hansu has to say. Okay, Hansu also has a moon above him in his crown. God of the moon. Okay, Cancer, time and knowledge. His name means traveler, the wanderer. Hansu is the admiral of human destinies. He is depicted as a mummified young child. He represents the synthesis of the beauty of youth, the archetype of youthful amazement and spontaneity. Like other child deities, he symbolizes the potential that lies in all of us. Be open to new ideas and be brave and bold in facing up to the unknown that presents itself to you. Possibilities of journeys that take you away from your comfort zone. In love, you may experience new favorable beginnings. Okay, so, combining Hansu's message with this line, I am getting a sense that if for those of you who are crushing on someone, like crushing on a woman, this goddess here, now is the time to have the conversation about how you feel. Okay, like that could lead into a new beginning, new type of relationship. For others of you, I'm getting a sense that some woman might present like an offer to you, something that you've never really done before. Again, it felt like a favor, but something you've never really done before, and you're considering it, but it's so maybe it's strange in some way, or something that you're uncomfortable with. Okay, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just going to lead into a little bit of like differences of values, right? That's coming up for you. Okay, so that was the sign of Cancer. Moving on into the sign of Leo. For November 28th, December 4th, the sign of Leo, November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Please answer all questions in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Who is the Egyptian god for the week for the sign of Leo? November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Guidance and direction in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Okay, let's get a 5-card spread here for the sign of Leo. All right, Leo, November 28th to December 4th. First, we are starting out with the Jed Pillar. Okay, the Jed Pillar represents the cross in Lenormand Tarot. It is about sacrifice, responsibilities. It can also represent spirituality and faith. Here we have the birds, which represents peaceful communication, in-person communication, very direct, okay, meetings that are important. We have the stars, which represents hope, ambition, dreams. Then we have the tree for longevity, long-term connections, okay? And we have the flowers, which represents an abundance of beautiful things or options. Okay, Leo. Okay, so Leo, I'm sensing here that you are starting something risky this week with the Jed Pillar, something that you need to have faith on. I'm hearing faith is a big theme for the week, especially with the Jed Pillar starting the line. It's possible that now is a time to increase practices aligning you to your faith, whatever your faith is. So I got meditation, maybe from the Jed Pillar and the stars being in the middle. Meditation, but if not meditation, definitely like prayer or some sort of like ritual, something aligning with your faith is going to be really important this week, because you're going into something that is risky but has like positive, it's a positive risk, so like the outcome is quite positive. There is going to be meetings, okay? Like important meetings coming that's going to signify a new beginning, or like whatever risk this is, whatever you're taking faith on or having faith on. You're going to have meetings this week. It feels like all this week. Yeah, I'm seeing like one to three meetings that signify things like progressing and moving in a direction that you really want things to go, something that you're really envisioning for yourself. You know, if we're taking a look here at Nun, right? Like she's the stars, but at the beginning of her feet is the river Nile, and here she's bringing water to the desert. So this is very much like you quenching your thirst. So if you've been wanting something, praying for something, sacrificing for something, this is a week where that could really come into you. Important meetings are on the way. You know, things that could last a long time are on the way. Maybe you're also meeting new people this week that can correspond to the dreams that you have for yourself, because I do see whatever that you start this week is going to be lasting a long time. Okay, you're transitioning into something. Yes, maybe it started off with a bit of risk, okay, but it's going to last you, okay, months, years. Okay, this has positive impact on your life. And then here with the flowers, I do feel like something about the transition between the trees into the flowers feels like whatever you're dreaming and hoping for, there's a lot more on the way to you. Okay, so yeah, you're taking this risk, but with that flowers ending the line, a lot more than what you envision for yourself is on the way to you. You ask for one thing and you're getting abundance. Like, just imagine like confetti, right? Like this is a week to really start something like, start something that you've been planning for, that you've been praying for. Okay, this is definitely the week for that. Okay, and your Egyptian god for the week is, how do we pronounce her name? Anuket. Okay, Anuket for hope. Look at that, water pouring out. And then here we have Nun, water pouring from her feet, abundance, flow. Like I'm getting flow coming in, 22. The number 22, Anuket for hope. She is depicted as a woman with a high headdress made of reeds or ostrich feathers. More rarely, she is represented in the form of a gazelle. Being the goddess of the Nile, she is linked to its floods, which brings nourishment, fertility, and prosperity to the earth. This is where she gets her name. She who surrounds. That is her invasion of the lands that embrace every being to bring fertility and happiness. She represents the generosity that gives rise to life. Trust in the protection of Anuket. She will guide you and bolster your courage, who gives you intensity and hope even when renunciations and sacrifices arise. Remember that hope is in the heart of the optimist. Okay, I feel that. You know, this is a week, okay, starting off with the Jed pillar, like having faith, sacrifices, maybe burdens that you're bearing. Anuket is saying also go into that risk-taking, that new beginning for yourself with hope and optimism, okay? She is the promise of waters flowing in, right? The flooding of the Nile, okay? The flooding of the Nile that comes from your dreams, like your hopes, your ambitions, with Nun bringing in this flood. It's going to be, you know, even the flood, the Nile itself is giving life to this tree, giving life to this long-term investment or sacrifice that you're making. The abundance, the flowers, you were hoping to grow a tree and then you're gonna have a whole garden, okay? So having the optimism of Anuket, okay, to give you hope for this week. All right, so that was for the sign of Leo. Let us move into the sign of Virgo. Virgo for the week of November 28th to December 4th. The sign of Virgo. Please answer and give guidance in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Virgo, your Egyptian god for the week. Egyptian god for the week for the sign. Oh, we got a card popping now. Okay, let's see. Egyptian god for the week for the sign of Virgo. Answer all questions in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Sorry, that was a really good god. Okay. It was Nut, right? Nut, the goddess of the stars. Okay. Okay. Okay, here. So Virgo, 5-card spread. We have the scroll, which represents a message coming in. Okay, the scroll is written communication, emails, text messages. Then we have the sickle or the scythe, cutting things out, separations. Okay. Then we have the ring for commitment. Okay. The mountain for feeling stuck, stagnant, maybe even overwhelmed here. Mount St. Catherine. And then we have the child. The child represents purity, fun. It can also represent a child. Okay? So, Virgo, I feel like a lot of work is coming your way. Yeah, okay, so Virgo, when I'm looking at the scroll going into the sickle, I'm actually getting a sense that you might have a bit of a work conflict this week. I immediately got work when I was looking at sickle, maybe because of the effort needed to like cut wheat. Wheat bread is very big in Egypt, right? So with the sickle, okay, this could be a schedule, okay, some sort of schedule coming in, bringing in like a work conflict or like multitude of work. I feel like you're taking up multiple jobs here. You can, maybe even if you're transitioning into a new job, there could be like an overlap of work. I'm seeing that you're committed to a new like work schedule, work. Like it feels like a lot of work coming in, like working overtime, working double, getting news or confirmation of that with the scroll. And maybe that brings in like that mountain. It feels like an intensity to your week. And if it's not work, it's like you're putting out a lot of effort. You're putting out a lot of energy, okay, with that mountain card. Sometimes it could feel like overwhelming. Hopefully it's just for this week because I feel like you're busy, okay? So if it's not just work, it's like engagements, things that you're like doing for yourself. Okay, and then that's followed by the child. I do feel like at the end of the week, you're going to need a sense of fun, freedom, to break free from this routine, this schedule. There's so much going on, okay? You're going to need to like, maybe by like Friday. I think you can incorporate freedom and play throughout your week. I know that the week looks busy for you, but you can incorporate. Okay, you can incorporate like some fun, give yourself some me time thing. And when I say me time, things that are fun, because I don't feel like work is fun this week. It kind of feels like a lot. So you need like something split, like a like fun, like to actually go out and experience yourself, experience life. Okay. Now, the god that is giving you the guidance for the week is Osiris, okay? Osiris, the god of death, death and rebirth. Let's look here. Okay. Osiris, death and rebirth. He is the eldest son of Geb and Nut. He is often depicted as a mummy with black or green skin, which symbolizes the vital spirit of the earth and vegetation. Osiris is a just, compassionate God. He is a god of suffering, victims, and the oppressed, and as such, he suffers with mortals. All the power of fertility and reproduction resides within him, the cycle of death and rebirth. He presages the end of a cycle, of a family relationship or friendship. Welcome a new situation with confidence, even if it is different from what you have experienced up to now. Abandon the old order and always remember to be thankful for your life day after day, whether it is good or bad. Only in this way will honor and luck be your companions. Ashe. Okay, so this period, this week of busyness, there's a lot to do, a lot to take care of. It is not going to last forever. Okay, so I'm feeling like maybe all that you have to do in terms of the mountain and the sickle, it might feel like a lot. It might not just be work, okay? It could be like family responsibilities, like the sense of responsibility this week, but it is not going to last forever, okay? Like you're ending something. Maybe you're also transitioning into new work, or you're thinking very heavily about work that matches your interests. And I do feel like that it's going to work out for you. Okay, but this week you have to make some sacrifices in order to prepare for your future. Okay, so that was a sign of Virgo. Now moving on into Libra. Libra for November 28th until December 4th. What is your guidance and direction in the name of the Most High? Ashe, Libra, November 28th to December 4th. And Egyptian ancestors, Egyptian spirit guides, Egyptian gods that serve the highest good of all the Libras watching. November 28th to December 4th. November 28th to December 4th. Answer questions in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Who is your Egyptian god? Oh, okay, we got the same Egyptian god as Virgo. All right. Libra. Okay, Libra, 5-card spread. Here we have the fish for money, okay? Then we have the birds for peaceful communication, very direct, in-person communication. We have the ibis or the stork, right, for new beginnings. This is like an abstract new beginning, something that you're manifesting into your life. The mice represents irritations and annoyances. The clouds represents worry or circulating thoughts. Okay. Okay. The fish, the birds, and the ibis. Libra, you're starting new work this week? Some new money-making profits coming in. Okay, there's a meeting that's going to kick that off, but I do feel like new money is coming in, money in ways that, you know, maybe you haven't made money in this way before, or you're going to be receiving money from an important meeting coming up this week. You know, that's also followed by the mice card and the clouds. Be careful of imposter syndrome with the mice and the clouds. You are worthy of what you have manifested into your life, okay? The mice and the clouds means that, you know, with the things that you have to do in order to get this money to come in, work, right, bring in this money, you might like notice, you might become more irritable, but the irritation could be a sign of like self-doubt, okay, with the clouds. So be mindful of that, like be mindful of your of how your doubt impacts your ability to earn money this week. Yes, it's an important meeting coming up. Let's see. It's an important meeting. You're sacrificing, you know, for this money-making venture. Maybe you're sacrificing your time, or you've chosen one thing over another. Right, I get it, Libra. Right, I get it. It's new. It's new, it's profitable. I do feel like your money is going to be good this week. I think that the amount of money you obtain, it's going to be important for you to also like hold on to it and not spend it all in one place. I don't know if you've had like financial difficulties recently, but you need to also prepare for the winter time. I'm hearing like hibernation, prepare for winter. So now could be a really good time to save the money that you're getting from like whatever meeting, whatever business venture that's coming up. I do feel like it is a new beginning, like something very positive and bright for you. Right, like the sun breaking through the clouds. Okay, Now, your Egyptian god for the week is Osiris. Okay, so Osiris representing death and rebirth. I'm going to read this card for you. Osiris, death and rebirth. He is the eldest son of Geb and Nut. He is often depicted as a mummy with black or green skin, which symbolizes the vital spirit of the earth and vegetation. Osiris is a just, compassionate god. He is the god of suffering, victims, and the oppressed, and as such, he suffers with mortals. All the power of fertility and reproduction resides within him, the cycle of death and rebirth. He presages the end of a cycle, of a family relationship or friendship. Welcome a new situation with confidence, even if it is different from what you have experienced up to now. Abandon the old order and always remember to be thankful for your life, day after day, whether it is good or bad. Only in this way will honor and luck be your companions. Ashe. Okay, so this is a new beginning for Libras. Whatever money-making opportunity is on its way to you, money is on its way to you. It's on its way to you in ways that you haven't really expected. Maybe like ways that you've never made money before. Things moving the way that you want in terms of money. Prepare yourself for the winter time because there's going to be a bit of hibernation. You also, just in case of illness, like, you know, cough and cold season, you want to also start preparing now to take like herbal teas or take your vitamins, take your supplements, and eat properly because I'm hearing like a lot of hibernation in the winter. Okay, and also to save your money. Now is a good time to save. All right, so that was Libra. Now moving on into the sign of Scorpio. Okay, calling on ancestors and spirit guides of the sign of Scorpio for guidance and direction for November 28th to December 4th, 2022 for the sign of Scorpio. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Egyptian God, what the Egyptian God gives guidance and direction. Guidance and direction for the sign of Scorpio. Guidance and direction for the sign of Scorpio. Guidance and direction for the sign of Scorpio. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Okay. Now, Scorpio, the god Anubis came out for you as a goddess, god of transformation, but the overarching god is not Anubis, but it kept like popping out, pop, right? For Anubis, and Scorpio is a sign of enlightenment, right? Like personal transformation, death and rebirth, right? So I invite you also to look up Anubis's energy because maybe he was there for you last week. Different Egyptian god is here for you this week, but Anubis guides and watches over you. Okay, now Scorpio 5-card spread. Here we have the Jed pillar. The Jed pillar, it represents the cross. This could also represent personal transformation in itself, but it represents sacrifice, responsibility, the burdens that we bear, having faith. Okay, then we have the sun for happiness, success. The sun can also represent a time period when the sun is coming out and it's quite warm. Then we have the key. The key represents new beginnings, physically manifested. We have the dog. This represents a friend, someone loyal, reliable, and trustworthy. And then we have the anchor. The anchor represents a temporary period of time or transition. Okay, Scorpio. You know, speaking of personal transformation, something about the Jed pillar beginning the line, I feel like you might have been having a tough time recently. Okay, with the Jed pillar, something is saying that your most recent past might have been emotionally difficult. Maybe there's a lot to think about. A lot of transition is on the way. Okay, but this week is an opportunity for you to experience like a blossoming, right? Like happiness is coming this week, fulfillment. I'm picking up some sense of isolation. So, you know, with this new beginning, I do feel like it's an opportunity for you to get out of your house, get out of your home, and meet new people. Okay, this dog, there's a new friend that's coming in, or a new trustworthy, reliable person, someone that really gets you. So when I think of loyalty, I'm thinking of like empathy, right? For Scorpio. And here, like, even looking at the home in the background, I feel like it's time to get out your house. Okay, it's time to like meet new people. If you've met a new friend recently, okay, that new friend is going to prove to be like very synchronistic during this time. So if this new friend, this new person in your life is asking you to get out of your house, get out of your house. Like, I don't know, I'm getting a sense that you haven't been feeling good. And when you get out of your house this week, it's going to be a good time. The sun is shining, or you're going to notice the sun break through. You might even go out on a sunny day. You're going to have a good time with this friend here. You know, take advantage of motivation, any motivations that you have to get out of the house, to try something new. Take advantage of that while the time lasts. Yeah, take advantage of that while the time lasts, because I do feel like there are some waves of emotion coming from you. Picking up your card, that your Egyptian god that fell on the floor here. But I'm picking up waves of emotion coming through. So when you do experience this like bit of joy, go out, be around people that make you feel happy. There's new friends in your life. Be around the new friends. Be around people that like give you a sense of fulfillment. Okay, maybe if you've been coming out of a period of isolation, or it's very like, I don't know, I'm feeling some times where things have been fluctuating. That anchor is asking you to like take advantage of your positive emotions, right? Like bolster your positive emotions. Okay, your Egyptian oracle card for the week, or your Egyptian god for the week, is happy, for renewal. Happy, he represents the liquid and turbulent element. He symbolizes the fertility of the land, the abundance of crops and life renewed by the annual flood of the river Nile, which brings fauna and vegetation. The lord of fish, birds, and swamps, Happy is portrayed as a man with a large belly and large female breasts, a symbol of fertility. Follow the divine light along the direction of passions. It is time to fully experience everything the world has to offer you. Go with the flow and live more intensely. Happy heralds a renewal, a new life, and new paths to go down. You could acquire eminent fortune in the field of trade. I feel like Happy, representing that renewal, is saying that this week, because your emotions are going to be on the up cycle, you're feeling a lot more positive. This week is a week of like really, you know, going with motivation, boosting your norepinephrine, which keeps you active. Be more passionate this week about the way that you live your life. Okay, so that is for the sign of Scorpio. Now moving on into the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius for November 28th to December 4th. The sign of Sagittarius, November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Please answer all questions in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Let's see your Egyptian god for the week, for the sign of Sagittarius. Sign of Sagittarius, your Egyptian god for the week, for the sign of Sagittarius, November 28th to December 4th. Who is the Egyptian god for the week? Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Okay. Sagittarius, 5-card spread. Okay, Sagittarius. To begin, we have the Child card. the child card is going to represent freedom, fun, and purity. It can also represent a child. Then we have the God card, which represents a man of significance. Okay, this is a strong personality here. We have the Ibis for new beginnings. This is the stork, new beginnings, something physically manifested. The Ibis is more abstract, okay? The garden represents a group of people, a social scene or event. The obelisk, this is a mixture of the mountain and the tower representing your independence. The obelisk is like maybe facing obstacles head on, okay? Okay, Sagittarius. Some of you have kids, okay? And I say that because the child begins the line, but then also the stork is here. So this is like a personal attachment to a child. The God is in the center. So if you have children with a man, here it's talking about, the immediate message is for those Sagittarius who have children with a man. You are going to have like discussions about, I don't know if it's family time, who your kid hangs out with, who's gonna be the parent of the week. I don't know if it's like a co-parenting thing. Maybe like having someone take care of your child, introducing your child to someone new, a masculine energy. You can be introducing them to someone new. And this could be a man or a woman that has a child. You're introducing them to someone new this week. A new like authority figure of some sort. This is someone that authority figure. This is someone that could be heading like a group that you're placing your child in. Okay, where your child is going to learn a lot about themselves and gain autonomy, independence. It's like very good for their development. If this is if you do not have a child, right, and you're a Sagittarius, you are going to be starting something this week that's fun, but has a leader. Like it's led by someone. It's led by this God, this like strong masculine, strong male energy. It's in an event, so you're branching out. Maybe you're forming a connection with a new authority figure, like some strong male presence. They're leading you to some sort of like event, new beginning, like an event or like some sort of experience where you're gonna have fun. This could be like working out. This could be like a new group of people. Maybe it's led by this man, okay? But you're definitely going to be branching out into something that's going to give you fun. If you're a parent with a child, you're branching out to something that's like your child is going to be involved in something or involved with like a strong male influence, and it's going to give you some time to yourself to just like relax, okay? But if you are without a child, you're doing something this week that's led by this man that's going to help you grow as a person. With the obelisk, like build strength of character, strength of mind. You might be somewhat alone, like making new friends here within this event itself. Okay. Let's look at your Egyptian god for the week. It is Nefertum for completeness. Nefertum. Okay, Nefertum, completeness. His name means perfect without equal. He is the god of perfumes who relieves suffering and also the god of immortality. He is represented as a young boy dressed in a simple skirt with a lotus flower on his head, a symbol of birth and regeneration. And for this reason, he is a deity of sweet smells. He represents the complete fusion with the universe, the ultimate success, the completeness, triumph in initiatives, the fullness of one's own energies. Follow the heavenly directions and you will have the right reward and the right place in a higher spiritual hierarchy. Remember that the initiate is the one who carries the seed of light within him. Okay, for completeness. If you have been looking for something to give you a sense of fulfillment, joy, completeness, hope, okay, this event, whatever you're getting yourself into to have fun that you're planning for yourself, I know it is led by a strong male character. This can be an ally. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a father figure, like they're not like a boss. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but they are strong in personality and they're leading you into a new beginning, a new group, new community, okay? New sense of fulfillment and joy where you're gonna learn a lot about yourself this week, okay? So that was for the sign of Sagittarius. Now let us move on into Capricorn. Capricorn for the week of November 28th to December 4th. November 28th to December 4th. Guidance and direction for November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Answer this question in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Capricorn, your Egyptian god for the week who gives guidance and direction. Egyptian god for the week giving guidance and direction for the sign of Capricorn, answer this question in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Okay, Capricorn. Let us see 5-card spread. Capricorn, an emotional week here, but let's get into it, okay? So here we have the crook and flail. This represents conflict or disagreement, okay? The Jet pillar represents sacrifice and having faith, responsibilities. The water lily represents authenticity and sincerity, genuineness. It can also represent peace. The crossroads represents being at a crossroads, needing to make a decision. The cat represents a level of loyalty, especially an Egyptian cat, but a level of loyalty and synchronizing to your needs and the needs of people around you. This is the cat card. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, I am picking up that there is some difficulty that you're overcoming with the people around you, okay? Emotionally, if you have been a bit anxious, if you have been so anxious to the point where you're starting to feel a sense of depression or low energy, let's say that, the conflict that you're experiencing with people around you needs to be let go. Okay, so you need to reduce how often you argue. You might see the necessity for arguing and disagreement, but it showing up next to the Jed pillar represents sacrifice. So what I'm seeing here is a necessity to sacrifice arguing. You might be feeling more irritable or low energy than regular. Okay, and it's necessary to let go of the need to be right, the need to argue. It will give you peace. The water lily, it will give you peace. You can be yourself. You can feel more comfortable, feel more in your flow, the flow of the water lily. If you release the need to argue. You could also be letting go of people that have been causing you anxiousness or a low mood as of recently. You could be letting go of these people, okay? Right, which would be a big decision for you. I do feel like you have some decisions to make about who is going to be in your life. I'm hearing prioritization of self. Okay, like sometimes you have to prioritize yourself over other people, even in the sake of disagreement. Okay, even in the sake of conflict and disagreement, you have to prioritize yourself. Yeah, and then moving here with that cat card, I do feel like if you choose the crossroads of the cat, that synchronization, meeting your own emotional needs is going to help you match other people. But first, I'm hearing that you need to prioritize your own self, prioritize your own needs first and foremost, and then worry about everybody else. And that can also help reduce your tensions. Maybe you're not getting the things that you need and you're feeling like more irritable. It could help you reduce tensions by focusing in on yourself, reduce irritations by focusing in on you, because nobody's meeting your needs right now and you need to. Okay, you need to meet your needs this week. Okay, now your oracle card, your Egyptian god for the week is Apophis. Okay, Apophis represents darkness. Now let us read into Apophis. Apophis. He is depicted as a gigantic python that dwells in the bowels of the earth where the sunlight does not filter through. Apophis is the embodiment of darkness, evil and chaos, dark enemy of the sun god Ra, bearer of light. He comes into action in all the stages of Ra's celestial journey in order to obstruct him from dawn to dusk. But the existence of Apophis is necessary for the balance of the world itself. The ancestral clash between good and evil, the struggle between two opposing energies with the risk of a no return. Apophis threatens your balance. If you live in blindness, the path you take is opposite to that which is right. Immediately reverse your course and empty yourself so as to become a recipient of forces before reaching the point of no return. Okay, the crook and flail. Okay, you've been going through a tough time, like dark night of the soul type energy, okay? And because of that, you're more prone to like the striking of the snake. You're more prone to irritations, irritability, striking out, lashing out. But I'm feeling that letting go, okay, letting go of people, letting go of arguments, letting go of the tensions, just let go, okay? Empty yourself of disappointment and sadness and anger and let go of that. And in that way, you're able to really meet your needs. You're able to really synchronize with what you want, pay attention to yourself, be aware of yourself, give yourself the love and attention that you deserve right now, okay? So that is for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, I'm gonna light some Palo Santo for our last few signs here. Okay, clear out. Okay, so moving into the sign of Aquarius for November 28th to December 4th. November 28th to December 4th for the sign of Aquarius. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High, Ashe. Which Egyptian god gives guidance and direction for the sign of Aquarius for November 28th to December 4th, 2022. November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Okay. Okay. 5-card spread, Aquarius. All right. Okay, Aquarius here, starting out, we have the Cat card. The Cat card represents loyalty and reliability, but first off to yourself, right? And a level of synchronization to your own internal needs and others. Then we have here the sarcophagus or the coffin, which represents endings and transitions. The ibis here represents new beginnings, something abstract that you're manifesting. The obelisk represents the tower and in combination with the mountain in the background. Okay, so this is your independence, right? Your autonomy. The garden is going to represent a group of people, a social event, or a social scene. Okay. Okay, Aquarius, the cat and the sarcophagus. You know, when the cat begins the line, I'm feeling that you have been feeling a little bit more sensitive as of recently, more vulnerable, sensitive, really wanting to take care of yourself, to give yourself the things that you need. Maybe there's been like a transformation with that ankh in the background, like focusing in on self, prioritizing self, okay? You might have been or might be going through, and at least in the first half of the week, like a bit of isolation, a period of isolation. As you prioritize yourself, you're starting to come to an understanding of the kinds of people that you really want in your life, okay? The kinds of people that really match your vulnerabilities and that you feel safe and secure around. Cats desire to be safe and secure. Okay, so if you're focusing in more on yourself, you're focusing in on your synchronicities and who it feels good to be around. Okay, now as you're doing that, I do see that towards the end of the week, there's going to be this opportunity to meet new people, to branch out into community, to branch out into like a group of people or an event that would feel really good to be around. Okay, this is a new beginning. These are new people coming into your life. I do see that you're going into this garden, into this group of people alone with a sense of making community. Like you have this sense of making new connections that really align to you, really align with what you want, really align with who you are, who you feel safe around, who feels secure. This is a very big personal transformation for you to let go of what doesn't, people that don't feel safe or secure, right? Like acknowledging your emotions. I do feel like that is a very private experience with the cat. I don't feel like you're going to be very open about it, but I do feel like once you're branching out into this new group, this new community, sorry, I'm trying to like hold up the cards. Once you're branching out into this new group of people, you will have like a fresh perspective with that ibis being in the middle there. Okay, a fresh perspective on the kinds of people that you want to be in your life. Now, here we have Newt. This is your goddess for the week, and we also have her lover Geb at the bottom. Let's see what Newt has to say for you. Newt, goddess of the sky and celestial bodies. She swallows the setting sun and gives birth to it in the morning. Her immense naked body, covered with stars, is stretched out to form an arch that towers over the whole earth. Her arched position clearly shows her power in the sky and over the celestial objects. Her nakedness represents the purification of the soul. The stars that cover her symbolize the resurrection, the great light that illuminates. Your life is a mysterious journey. You have reached this point, and Newt wants to help you to understand your purpose and your destiny. Press on with confidence, because now you know that there will be favorable events on the horizon and you might achieve your desired outcomes. What are you hoping for, Aquarius? What are you hoping to see happen? Maybe even in the sense of people around you, the kinds of close connections that you have. Newt is saying to prepare yourself for your desires. Newt is, I can say a little bit more about Newt. So Newt is actually on the inside of sarcophagus. She is on the inside of the sarcophagus as a way to represent the soul's journey across the stars and into the heavens, okay? So Newt guides souls into the heavens. What is your heaven? Maybe Newt is asking you to envision heaven, envision how you want community to look, how you want friendship to look, how you want close connections to look. Envision that heaven and plan for it, and then take advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way this week, okay? All right, moving on to the final sign of the zodiac, last but not least. Okay, we have the sign of Pisces. Pisces, your guidance and direction for November 28th to December 4th, 2022. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. Pisces, I'm getting a sense, Egyptian God for the week of November 28th to December 4th for the sign of Pisces. Egyptian God for November 28th to December 4th for the sign of Pisces. Please answer this question in the name of the Most High. Ashe. We have similar Egyptian gods showing up for the zodiac. Maybe it's something astrologically, okay? Right, we were talking about the zodiac, something astrologically going on right now. Okay, 5-card spread for Pisces, starting out with the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh is in charge. The Pharaoh represents a man of significance. This is someone who's spiritual, practical, and practical at the same time. Okay, then we have the flowers, representing an abundance of beautiful things or options. Let's see, notification. Then we have the letter, which represents written communication. Okay, written communication, documents, text messages. Then we have the clover card, which represents a spontaneous events, things happening, good luck, good fortune. And then we have the garden, representing a group of people, a social scene. Okay, let's take a drink of water. Okay, Pisces. Okay. Pisces, I feel like you're being contacted by an ex. This is like what I heard. Someone from your past is coming in. Okay. So if you're a woman, or you identify, like if you don't identify as a man, right? There is a male from your past, a man, the Pharaoh, who is coming in, and they're sending you some sort of like text message here, okay? I don't think that you are, like the nature of your connection to this person has changed. So if it's not an ex, it's like a friend of some sort, someone who Pisces, what is going on? I'm getting like they do not want me to tell you like what they have to say before they have a chance to say it. Okay, I feel that. This Pharaoh, they've got power and control. Okay, they've got dominion over their portion of the earth. Okay, this is a strong personality, but also they might be a spiritual person at the same time. They do rely on things like astrology or spirituality. And this is someone that has created distance. Okay, they're sending you some sort of text message, email. You're getting like an opportunity to meet them, see them, or they're like trying to branch out on the connection. If it's an ex-lover, it's changed. The relationship has changed. It's more about like, it's very friendly now. Okay, especially with the transition between that letter and the clover, it's very friendly. especially in the garden. You might meet up with this person. Okay, if you are a male, if you're a male, you could be having some things, like several different events planned for yourself. Like, so a Pisces male, there could be like several invitations that you're meeting this week. These are all like fun things to have, like good times, good experiences. You're like going to multiple events. Now, if you are a woman or you don't identify as a male or the pharaoh, you're being contacted by someone from the past, or like someone even from your recent past, about like going out and branching out into new experiences, new events, things that maybe bring good luck, opportunities come from this event. Maybe it could be an important event for making friends, making money, okay? It could be an important event for love. It would be very interesting if you if this is an ex, the nature of your connection has changed, and this is an ex, right? And it's saying that they're because you're friends now, they're inviting you to these events and you're meeting different people. So very interesting connection you have going on with this person. Okay, so your oracle card, your Egyptian god for the week, is Nefertum for completeness. Let us look at the message from Nefertum. I have Beyonce's song stuck in my head. The one, it was viral dance video. I've got that stuck in my head. Her new one. Okay, Nefertum, completeness. His name means perfect without equal. He is the god of perfumes who relieves suffering, and also the god of immortality. He is represented as a young boy dressed in a simple skirt with a lotus flower on his head, a symbol of birth and regeneration, and for this reason, he is a deity of sweet smells. He represents the complete fusion with the universe, the ultimate success, the completeness, triumph in initiatives, the fullness of one's own energies. Follow the heavenly directions and you will have the right reward and the right place in a higher spiritual hierarchy. Remember that the initiate is the one who carries the seed of light within him. Okay, lots of beauty on the way to you with Nefertum. I'm picking up beauty coming from that clover and garden. So anyone contacting you with events, invitations, go to them. Lots of beautiful experiences, maybe even with scents like Nefertum, essential oils, or you walk into a place and it smells great. Nefertum is saying that there's going to be beautiful experiences this week for you, and he wants to help guide you and get you motivated to go. Okay. All right, so that was all signs, November 28th to December 4th, 2022. If you liked this video, please like, comment, and share. And I will see you next time. Bye.